Hey, what is up guys? It is Silver Sun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on the Dragon Ball Super episode 116. Alright, so this episode starts off right where the last one left off, to where Goku has now unlocked Ultra Instinct yet again, and he pretty much flies up onto this pillar to where he starts powering up his energy, and with that pretty much like all the rocks go flying and getting destroyed and whatnot. Everybody's like looking onward at what's going on, and pretty much Goku's like powering up so much that everybody's like flying away, and like everybody's just like have their sights set on him basically, all except for Jiren, who's pretty much just like sitting there meditating. Like the energy and heat coming off of Goku is pretty much just like going around him. He's not really phased by it much. But pretty much from there, Kefla pretty much goes up onto another pillar beside Goku, and she starts to power up too, and pretty much those two are just powering up to the max basically. And pretty much everybody's like spectating and like waiting to see what will happen, like who will defeat who, and pretty much they start to go at it, and basically evidently enough Goku starts dodging all of Kefla's attacks. She pretty much charges in with a ki blast of hers, um but pretty much Goku just dodges that instantly, and the ki blast just goes out of the arena. It doesn't even affect him, and so pretty much she goes at him with a flurry of punches and kicks and whatnot, but Goku's just dodging every single one of them, and she's pretty much getting irritated by this. And so basically Goku's just dodging all of her shots and whatnot. Meanwhile, uh, Gohan and Piccolo are like watching watching them fight, and even Vegeta too. He's pretty much like watching, and pretty much he sees the form, and he's basically like thinking back to what we said about them training and whatnot, how their body needs to move on their own so that then they could avoid any danger that comes with them. And pretty much Vegeta's just saying like, oh, so that's what it is, that's what Ultra Instinct is, and he's pretty much putting two and two together basically. And so pretty much the fight's continuing here as Goku's still dodging all of Kefla's attacks, and so pretty much he jumps off of the pillar that they're on, and he's pretty much sliding down the side of it. Kefla shoots some more blasts at him, but he pretty much dodges those two. But then she gets right up close to him, and when she does, he pretty much unleashes this punch that sends her flying across the arena, and pretty much she gets sent flying, not out of the arena entirely, but like she gets sent a pretty fair distance away from Goku, and so pretty much he drops down to the ground, and pretty much Kefla comes back, and she's pretty much just like kind of glowing, like, oh, that wasn't much of a punch, like what are you doing and stuff like that. Like, sure, you're able to dodge all my attacks and whatnot, but you're still not able to like match up with my power. And basically Goku's just like, no, I'm just getting used to this new form, this Ultra Instinct form. And so pretty much coming back to the episode, we see Jiren actually taking an interest in the fight, and he pretty much joins in with Toppo and Dispo, and they're pretty much just watching the fight. And Jiren's kind of just studying Goku at this point, and just watching the fight progress. It's pretty much Goku. He goes in at Kefla, and pretty much he's like really fast for her. So basically, he just like shows up behind her, and pretty much knocks her straight to the ground, kicks her to the ground, and pretty much he charges in with a punch, but Kefla actually blocks that one. But pretty much Goku's just like, is this all you got? And then pretty much he like spins around behind her and pretty much kicks her off, sending her flying. And then while she's like flying in midair, he pretty much unleashes like this shockwave type of punch, and it like nails her right in the gut, and she's pretty much just flying even further. And everybody's just kind of freaking out over this, like what's happening, like why is Kefla losing and whatnot. Universe 6 at least, and pretty much they're just going at it at this point, and pretty much Kefla's not really happy about all this, about her losing, and so pretty much she powers up to the max, I believe, and basically she's like unleashing all her energy, and when she's doing that, pretty much like all these lasers start coming out, like all these blasts start firing off everywhere, and pretty much it's like affecting the whole arena. It's like cutting up all the rocks and like slicing everything in half and whatnot, and so pretty much Goku's just seeing this as like the final shot, the final blow basically, because his stamina is like decreasing a lot at this point, and pretty much he has to end it with one attack. And so pretty much Kefla is shooting off all these energy beams and lasers and whatnot, and Goku's just like juking and dodging most of them. Like he gets grazed a little bit, like his hair gets a little like trimmed and like his elbow gets like scraped a little bit, but other than that, he's pretty much dodging most of them. And pretty much he's just trying to get by, get closer to Kefla, and pretty much nail her with a Kamehameha that he's pretty much building up, and he's pretty much just jumping throughout the debris and jumping throughout all the places and whatnot that the lasers aren't hitting, and pretty much he's dodging all of them, but Kefla pretty much forms all the beams into like this one blast, trying to nail Goku with it while he's in midair, because to her it seems like he can't really dodge her in midair, but she thought wrong, and pretty much Goku literally just like slid in with this epic Kamehameha, and pretty much he like slides up over the top of the blast that she's shooting at him, and pretty much he nails her point blank range with that Kamehameha at multiple angles, and pretty much she gets blown back, like way back basically. She gets tossed out of the arena. The Potara earrings are destroyed, and pretty much she's just eliminated right then and there. Both Kale and Kefla, and pretty much uh, Kali. Oh wait, I didn't mean Kale and Kefla. Kale and Caulifla. Pretty much they get ringed down. Caulifla's pretty much ticked off that Goku pretty much ringed them out and whatnot, and Kale's like all sad and whatnot that they got eliminated. Pretty much apologizing to Champa, and pretty much Champa's all ticked off because the only warriors that they have left are the two Namekians that they have, and so pretty much I don't know. Like to me, it seems like they're pretty much done at this point. Like I don't really see um any kind of way that they could come back from this. Considering that they just have the two Namekians pretty much just on standby basically, that were fighting Gohan and Piccolo, who I feel like could take them. Probably like we haven't really seen too much power from them, so I don't think they're like really that much of a threat at this point. But pretty much Goku's just like depleted of all his stamina at this point, and pretty much he's like really tired and whatnot. Kind of similar to the last time he used Ultra Instinct, and basically Whis is just like explaining and like saying like, Goku's kind of mastered it so far almost. Like he's able to dodge like just fine and whatnot, but he's not able to attack whenever he wants to. He's not able to like attack without knowing like unconsciously and whatnot. And so pretty much that's like the next thing he has to like get a hold of with this new form. And pretty much Frieza's just watching. And he's pretty much just saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna need you to keep fighting for me, Goku." And pretty much get him through this tournament. And what I feel like with Frieza, like I know I haven't talked too much about him, but I feel like what Frieza's really gonna do is he's pretty much just gonna like be in the background, basically, just like letting everybody fight for him, take all the strong opponents and whatnot. And then by the end of it, I feel like he's just gonna swoop in and take the wish for himself if they do win, because obviously Goku's the strongest one on their team so far. So basically, he's gonna use him and everybody else to pretty much get him to the point to where he can make that wish of his, that evil wish that he's been cooking up so far. But that's just my thought on it. I just feel like he's gonna use everybody else as pawns, and basically he's just gonna swoop in at the last minute and make his wish, however that may turn out. That's just my little theory on that, real quick. But pretty much, Vegeta's looking too, and he's pretty much just saying like, one day, I'll get that form and I'll master and I'll surpass you, Kakarot. Basically, just stating stuff that we've kind of heard before, of him trying to surpass Goku. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work out, because like so far we haven't even seen Vegeta like get even like a little like taste of Ultra Instinct so far. So I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Like maybe. Oh wait. I think. Wait, hang on. All right. So Goku's able to dodge everything so far, but his attacks are lacking and whatnot. And remember back when like Whis was telling them like, Goku's like too like relaxed and whatnot and stuff like that, and he's not really like focused too much. But meanwhile, Vegeta's pretty much always focused, and he's like, ready and whatnot. So I feel like maybe Vegeta might like, if he does get Ultra Instinct, like some way somehow, maybe he might like be able to attack like more, like he might be able to put out more raw power and whatnot, but he might not be able to like dodge everything and stuff like that. Like he may be more like ready to like fight people and like get stuff done, but in terms of like sitting back and like just dodging their attacks and trying to find that opening, I feel like he might have a little bit of a struggle with that. But that's just my little theory. um but yeah, so far I thought this episode was really good. Animation and everything like that just looking pretty good. Not as well as last week's episode, but it's still pretty suitable here. It was really well done. and it was really epic to see Ultra Instinct appear once again, and hopefully by the end of this tournament arc, Goku's able to like at least like somewhat master it, or like at least have a great understanding of it to where maybe he even challenges Beerus again. I would love to see that rematch between the two, especially seeing how far Goku's come and whatnot. I'd like to see him take on Beerus one more time, especially in that Ultra Instinct form. And now that I think about, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but since Potara earrings are pretty much a go now, I wonder. Well, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said this before, but I really wouldn't mind seeing a Ultra Instinct Vegeta. Like I think that'd be cool, like as a last resort, pretty much to how Kefla was made. You know, as a last resort kind of thing. Like I don't know. We'll just see how this goes. Pretty much. But I thought this episode was good, really good. Not too many complaints here from me. Goku did what he had to do, and he pretty much nailed Kefla out of the ring. Just almost no effort, basically. Well, I mean, he did put in some effort, but like like he did work. He put in some work. But just tell me what you guys think of this episode. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Um, what do you think will happen next in this arc? Do you think that Vegeta actually will get Ultra Instinct for himself, and maybe he'll be able to master it even quicker than Goku? How do you think Frieza is gonna fare in this tournament, seeing as he has this little plan of his being formed so far and whatnot? Do you guys think Goku will be able to master Ultra Instinct the next time he fights Jiren? Just comment that down below. Let me know what you guys think. And until the next one, guys, Silver Sun is out.